In this video, we're going to look at every single type of bass or jump up drum and bass. And we're going to do this in Serum. Now, every single preset we're going to go through is in my jump up DNB sample pack. And if you want to improve your music production really fast, I've got a free music production workshop down below. So make sure to sign up and watch that. First sound we're going to make is this 808 sound. So let's pick an initialized patch. And then we're going to go to basic shapes, -2, and then we're going to turn the noise oscillator on. Then we're going to come down to LFO1, put it on bar mode and envelope, drag this across, and then what we're going to do is bring this up to around here, turn the MG low filter on, turn the cutoff all the way down, bring the LFO onto it, and turn this down slightly to around about 55. Then we're just going to bring this drive up to around 35%. So you should just get like a sub mixed with a noise right now. Now let's add to it in the post-processing. So we want to add some distortion. We're going to use silent mode, and then we're going to turn the drive right down, and we're going to apply LFO1 to it, create sort of this shape here. And then we're going to add some compression on the multiband setting, turn the gain up slightly to around 14. And then we're going to turn the highs down and the mids and lows up on here on the multiband, just to make it a bit thicker. Then we can turn the threshold down slightly as well. Get this sound. Next we want to create that 808 fuddy sound, and we can do this with LFO2. So we can just bring this back on envelope mode and apply it to the coarse pitch here. Then if you hold shift and alt and click, it'll create it so it only comes down from here. And then we can make this shorter and snappier by dragging this down on the LFO like that. It just gives a bit more transient on the initial hit of the bass. And there we have our first bass sound. Next we're going to create a lead bass that sounds like this. So let's make an initialized patch. So firstly what we're going to do is we're going to get a basic shapes, and we're going to put it down 2 octaves, and then we're going to grab another basic shapes, and then we're going to get oscillator B, grab another basic shapes, and put it up 7 semitones. Next we're going to turn the levels right down, apply LFO1 to level 1 and LFO1 to level 2, and turn the level down to around about 75% on oscillator B. Next we're going to go to the LFO1, pick envelope, half rate, and then we're going to drag this across to here and create some attack like this. Next we're going to pick the wavetable position. So we're going to use wavetable position 4 for oscillator A and wavetable position 2 for oscillator B. We start to get this sound. Then we're going to turn the rand off for both. Then we're going to turn the filter on, put it through A and B, move this slightly across, and then apply LFO1. Remember, you hold Alt or Shift to move it if it gets stuck on this mode. And then we're just going to turn this down slightly, and then we're going to apply a little bit to the drive as well, like this. Next, let's have a look at some post-processing. So we can make it a bit wider by adding some hyper dimension. Turn the mix down, and turn the mix up here. Something like that normally sounds pretty good. And then we can turn distortion on, soft clip, and then around here sounds good. And then we can turn the compressor on, and you can turn multiband on if you want, and create this sound. And then you can fiddle around with some of this if you want as well. Then you can also use some chorus. Turn this down. The third bass we're going to make is this crazy Reese bass. That's really good for intros and for transitions in the drop. So end of 8 bars in the drop transition, or end of 16 bars in the drop. So let's start with initialized patch, and then we're going to choose basic MCB, -2 oscillators, and then we're going to turn the level off, and then we're going to grab LFO1 and create this square, put it on trigger mode and bar mode, and then whack it on the level on full, and whack it on the coarse pitch, and move this to 20. Did you get this? Let's turn the filter on now, turn this up a little bit, turn the drive up a little bit, and then turn the unison up. And then we're just going to detune it a little bit this way to 0.34. And now let's add some distortion. So diode 1, turn this right up. And then turn the multiband on compression, and turn this right up as well. And then turn the threshold up a bit as well. And then we start to get this really loud sound. Turn it down a little bit on here. And then we can also add like another LFO on here on trigger mode, to get it really wobbling. And then you can fiddle with this coarse pitch as well. And then I like to just go on here, and you can create crazy sounds on here. if you want to create that portamento thing, you can turn this on here. And then turn this up like this. And the more you turn it up, the more it slides. And then turn the mono on as well, and then you get crazy sounds. The next bass we're going to make is this frog style bass, and this is used in typically really aggressive jump up music. And we are going to be using a plugin for this, and it's called Effector. It's part of FL Studio, I believe. So if you're on Ableton or Logic, then you'll have to try and find a workaround. And if you know a workaround, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. Let's turn Effector off for now and initialize the patch. What we want to do in Oscillator A is go to this vocal section, and then you can pretty much use any of these you want. So we're going to use native curse for now, and we're going to turn the wavetable position up a little bit to about 85 and turn the octave down 2. Next we want to shape the sound, so we bring the level down to 0 and apply the LFO to it on full, put it on envelope mode, and then we want to create this really fast sound, so something like this. Now what we want to do is grab bend plus, and then we can start shaping this wavetable here, as you can see. So let's apply LFO1 to this bend, and then let's come into the effects tab, turn on hyper, turn the mix down and the mix up, and then turn on this compressor multiband and just turn it up a bit. And now let's turn this effector on. So this is on 1/8 mode, the bypass is turned off, and we're using the Vox, and then we can just plot it anywhere in here and create these sounds. And then we can basically put this bend anywhere to create unique sounds. And then we can shorten it like this as well. And just do different things. So we could like EQ it, for example. Boost some of the frequencies if we needed to. And then we can play around with the wavetable position as well. And different actual wavetables. And then if we're feeling even more creative, we can add oscillator B, go into the vocal and just pick something and then maybe go -1 instead. Apply the LFO to it. And maybe do the bend thing as well. And just see what you can come up with. Pretty much. This will be really useful to do once you've got the whole track set up and like a sub bass below, and then you can just like keep pressing play and fiddling about with parameters to see what you can come up with. Next we're going to create a laser bass, and we're going to use this effector plugin again mixed with Serum, and this one sounds like this. So let's turn effector off for now and initialize the preset, and then we're going to pick basic MDC, and then we're going to change the wavetable position to something that looks like this, and then we're going to turn the level right off and create this really short stabby sound like this. Put it on envelope mode, put LFO1 on the level, and then we're going to turn on the filter MGLO 12, and then turn this res up here, and then we're going to apply LFO1 to the cutoff, shift alt click to get it to go only that way, LFO1 to the res, just adjust this slightly, and then we'll turn the drive up. Next we're going to go to the effects tab, distortion, linfold, leave it as it is, compression, multiband, and then we're going to turn this up max. And then boost the mids a little bit. Now when we add effector in on 1/8 mode, the tempo turned up a bit, the delay on, and then plot it around here, we should get this sound. And then if we just turn the octave up once, we'll have this crazy laser sound. And this is really good to use in fast progression. So if we go on step mode and plot it in like this. So yeah, something like that. Or you can use it on the offbeat like this. And just fit it into your track. The main focus to create the sound is on the res here. So turning this res right up like this. And then the cutoff as well. You see how just little tweaks can change the sound even more. And then the effector tool is what makes it sound overall more fat. Next I'm going to show you how to create this crazy stab bass. So initialize a patch, and then we want to find basic shapes. Oscillator B, we want to go into the digital section and find anti-status. And then we're going to turn this one down 2 octaves and turn this one up 1 octave. And then we can turn the rand off on both, turn the level down on this one, because what we're going to do is FM from B. So we're going to FM into this bass and turn this up. We get this cool sound. Then we're going to turn the level off here and the filter on, cut off down to about 10% here, and then we're going to shape this LFO here like this. Put it on envelope mode and then drag it into the level, drag it into the cutoff. Start to make this sound, and then we can turn the drive up a little bit. And then what we can do is shape this LFO later to create the exact shape of the sound we want. We can come into the FX section, add distortion, and then come to the stomp box. Now this is just filthy, this is. It creates this crazy sound. And then we can add some compression as well if we want. Just do whatever you think sounds best, and then we can shape this as well. And then of course when you put like your sidechain on and that, it's going to shape it differently. So yeah, feel free to explore with this one. I really like using basses like this on like the first hit of the drop. So like the first beat of the drop, you just have like a crazy whoop like that. And then it goes into like some other bass afterwards. So experiment with it, see what you can come up with. Now I'm going to show you another stab bass that's got really popular recently. And it's the bass that Simula started using loads in his tracks to create this like really wonky style drop. And the bass itself actually originates from dubstep. So it's really simple to make. So it's this bass here. Initialize the patch, and we're going to go basic shapes, and we're going to choose wavetail position 3, put it down 2 octaves, turn the level completely off, and then we're going to shape it on here, envelope mode, drag it into here like this, and then we're going to choose filter and go back to MG low 6, and then turn the cutoff right down and bring this LFO into it, and then bring the cutoff of this down. And then the important part here is to bring this res up. So we're going to bring this up to around 40%, and then we're going to bring the drive up a little bit as well. And you can already hear the sound is starting to be created. This is what creates the sound, this res here. And then we're just going to boost some of the frequencies some more. So we're going to add a distortion on hard clip mode. And then we're going to choose the compressor and turn the gain up. You can turn this multiband on if you want. I think it sounds better without. I can do more post-processing later on over here to get it to sound even fatter. And then we're going to add this EQ, and we're going to do a big boost here. So let's turn this on, turn the gain up, and turn the Q out a little bit like this. And there you go, you've got the start of this really cool bass. And you can try like a really fast melody with it, or just experiment and see what you can come up with. But this bass is really cool. Now we're going to create a Womp bass that sounds like this. Now everyone knows what Womp basses are. It's like old school jump up drum and bass. It's one of my favorite genres, to be honest. So let's initialize this patch, and then we're going to be using both oscillators again. And this one we're going to use PS2 Filthy, and then this one we're going to use basic shapes. So wavetable position, we're just going to move this one across slightly to around about 30. And then this one we're going to move to wavetable position 4. Then we're going to turn both octaves up 1. And then the filter we're going to turn on. And then on oscillator A, we're going to turn sync mode on. And then we're going to grab LFO 1 and shape it. Let's create a Womp shape. So envelope mode, half rate, and then let's create this here. Something like that looks pretty good. Now let's turn on the filter, turn the cutoff down a little bit, turn the res up, and turn the drive up as well. And then we want to turn on oscillator B as well on the filter, because we're going to be running through oscillator A and B. And now we want to just start applying this LFO to various things. We're going to do lots of different things here. So we're going to apply it to the sync on full. We're going to apply it to this level on full. We're going to apply it to this level on about 80%. Then we're going to apply it to the cutoff just a little bit like this. And then we're going to turn on the sub here, put this -2, and apply it to this as well on about 70. So far we should have something that sounds like this. Next, we're going to go to the effects tab and turn on the distortion, a filter, and the compression. And we want to choose hard clip distortion, turn the drive off, and apply LFO 1 to it. And then we want to grab the filter, turn this down, and apply the filter to it. And then we want to turn the compressor gain up slightly. And then we get that Womp style sound. Feel free to turn this multiband on, turn the drive up on here, and then add some further post-processing to get it to sound even fatter. Now the final bass we're going to look at for jump up is a wobble bass. These are great for using in drops that have loads of different sounds in, and they can just sound ridiculously filthy. And these kind of drops normally get the best reactions from crowds and raves. So let's initialize this patch, and then we're going to choose basic shapes on this side. And on this side, we're going to choose basic shapes as well. And then we're going to go -2 oscillators and +1 and +7 on this side. Next, we're going to choose the wavetable position. So we're going to choose position 3 for oscillator A and leave oscillator B in position 1. Then we're going to turn the rand off on both sides. And then we're going to turn the level down to about 15% on A, and all the way down on B. So next we're going to create that wobble with the LFO, and we're going to put this on trigger mode, turn on trip mode here, and then move the rate to 1/8T, as you can see here. And then we're going to just move this down, and put the LFO on level, then put the LFO on this level as well. Move this down slightly. So we've got the wobble starting to come through. Now we're going to go to the filter, and we're going to go to MISC, and we're going to find formant. And there's 3 to pick from here, and we're going to use the second one. And we're just going to have this running through oscillator B. So we'll turn the cutoff down a little bit, and then turn the drive up. And there we have the base of the sound. Now we want it to pitch down as well. So let's go to LFO2, create this shape, put it on envelope mode and bar mode. And then we'll just come into the matrix, select LFO2, go to global, master tune, and then just move this up to number 2, and it will create that down filter. Like that. Now we need to bring the sound out with the effects. So we can do this with distortion on stomp box, and the drive right up. Then we can grab some compression on multiband and turn the gain up. And then we can EQ it, get rid of some of the low end, and then reduce some of the high end as well with this one, and just do that like that. And now it's set up to put a fat sustained sub bass below it. And you can always increase this as well if you want it to go down for longer. Obviously there's loads of wobbles you can create, and I've got loads more in the Jump Up DNB sample pack. Now you'll have heard me talking about putting a sub bass below as well, and I'll just quickly show you this sub bass here that you can use under any of the basses I've shown you today, and it should sound fat. Just make sure when you use it, it's sustained. And make sure to not always use it with stab basses, because it doesn't always need to be used for stab basses. If the stab bass itself has a lot of low end in it and sounds good on its own, don't overcomplicate it. So this sub bass is really simple. We just go basic shapes, and then basic shapes, -2, -2, turn the rand off, and then we'll just change this to bin 3 like this, and then turn the amount on this one down a bit. And we start to get that sound. Now we can come here and add an EQ as well, turn the Q down, and then just bring it to like 200-ish, just so no high end is getting through. And then we can add some compression as well and turn the gain up. And this sub bass sounds great. So on its own, just a sub bass, but layered with this as well, sounds really fat. And that'll make your tracks sound way better. So that is all the different types of basses for Jump Up drum and bass. And remember, if you want loads more presets and loads of samples, and also project files of 3 different Jump Up tracks I've made, then it's all available in Jump Up DNB sample pack, link down below. And if you want to drastically increase your music production skills, I've got a free music production workshop down below as well. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite bass. If you think I've missed any basses you love using in your tracks, and I'll see you all in the next one.